Y'all are so bad you have therapists quitting on you. Therapists don't even want to therapize y'all.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. Before I get into it, my usual disclaimer: please, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Do not go searching out the people that I talk about in this video. Do not send them any form of hate comment, hate speech, threat, or violence. Please, this channel does not support any of that. So this video is about this black female therapist, and you guys have probably heard about it because it's been making the round, and she came out and made a video that has been causing a lot of buzz and all of that. Let me just play her video.
I am no longer seeing male clients because they'll come in my inbox demanding me to prove my worth to them. All up in my email saying, what can you do for me? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing that I can do for you. Go find somebody else. Go play with somebody else. I'm not the one or the two, baby. We ain't gonna do this. Not setting up no consultation or nothing to see if we're a good fit. Trying to see what type of treatment modalities I use, if we mesh well together. Just be in my inbox requiring this free emotional labor. Absolutely not. Because now I'm sitting up here making a TikTok about how y'all keep harming me. Because you're not helping me. I don't need to be working with you because you activated my nervous system. See, I already know that. And I know we're not going to do well together because we start working together. I'm still be thinking about that email you sent me when you tried me. And I'm going to want my leg back because I know who I am. And that ain't good. So I'm just not going to see y'all. Find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do it because I don't deserve that. I have been harmed enough for a lifetime. I don't need to be harmed by my clients either. That ain't fair. That ain't right. So I don't know what they finna do, but they ain't finna be seeing me. I am now only working with black women who are overcoming perfectionism. That's it. That's it. We ain't doing nothing else. And I ain't got to do nothing but stay black. And
so there were some follow-up videos to that video. Let me play those ones as well.
So let me get this straight. I say I don't want to work with males anymore in my private practice because they activate my nervous system and I don't feel safe. And their response is to threaten to unalive me by threatening my livelihood, saying that there's groups of y'all that are reporting me to my licensing board because I don't want to work with y'all. Y'all ain't want to work with me anyway. So what y'all talking about? Y'all are reporting me to my licensing board for saying I specialize in working with black women who overcome perfectionism. Did you know that therapists are allowed to have specializations? Did you know that when we are in school, our instructors ask us, what is your target population? Who would you like to work with? Focus on them. Did you know that? It's people leaving me reviews saying that I'm racist, saying that I shouldn't work with black men, saying that when they were my client, they felt this type of way, blah, blah, blah. These folks have never even seen me. I don't know these people. So y'all just sitting up here lying on me. Why would you do that? They're calling my business line saying they want to slice off my face. They want to unalive me. They want to essay me. I should be... You really think I want to work with men now? No. I just made this announcement last week. Y'all gonna give me some time? Where is the energy for the male therapists who only see men? Because I don't see y'all out here acting like this towards them. I encourage you. I implore you to find a male therapist that's a good fit for you. Let's talk about how I created a boundary for myself by no longer accepting males in my private practice, and people became very upset with me for that. It is not lost upon me that when I said I don't want to see males, a lot of people took that and ran with it and said I don't want to work with black men. Because who said that? I was referring to the men who find me on different directory profiles for therapists. They go to my website. They see links to schedule a consultation, which will help us figure out if we're a good fit for each other. I was talking about the ones who overlook all of that and decide to send me an email asking me, why should I work with you? You shouldn't. You should not. Because we're not going to be a good fit. What I was addressing was the people who come in my inbox or in my DMs, not just emailing, because people will DM me and say, you know, why should I choose you over another therapist? I don't know. I don't know what that therapist be doing. That ain't none of my business. I'm not here to convince you to work with me. That's what my profile's for.
This therapist came out and made that first video, and the second videos that are follow-ups are kind of responses to what people had to say to her first video. And I also found out that she also made the same statement that she said in the video on Twitter as well. And everybody has been chiming in. Black people have been talking about it. Other people in her profession, therapists, have equally been talking about it. So let me play some of the responses to her video.
I am no longer seeing male clients because they'll come in my inbox.
Let me tell you something, as a psych professional, y'all are sending this woman unalivement threats. Shame on you, because here's the thing. There are males in inboxes who don't want actual help. They just trying to scheme and get in somebody's pants. They're using therapy as an option to run game. Don't be sending her unalivement threats. This is the second black woman therapist telling y'all this is her boundary and y'all are trying her. Let's be for real. A lot of black males in my community do not actually want help. They see this as a way of getting in your pants. Because I see it when I tell people what I do for a living. They don't be wanting the help. They just be thinking, oh, you can help. I can say I need mental help so I can get in your pants. No. Don't be sending her unalivement threats when y'all don't really be wanting the help in the first place.
Harmed enough for a lifetime. I don't need to be harmed by my clients either.
Reverse sexism does not exist. Misandry is not a real form or system of oppression and marginalization, yet every time we talk about this in the black community, especially among black men, people want to act confused by the concept and act like they can't understand it or grasp it, yet seem to when we say reverse racism isn't real. It's the same thing with sexism, because women do not have enough systemic or social power in order to disenfranchise men, meaning they do not have enough systemic or social power in order to strip men from their privileges or completely deny them privileges outright. So one black woman saying that she is no longer taking on any new male clients regardless of race due to misogynoir and sexism she is facing is not disenfranchising y'all. Especially because, one, you guys still have access to the resources. You still have access to the ability to get therapy. Number two, you guys still receive privileges even if you don't get therapy. It's not like a trade-off, you have to get therapy in order to have privilege. No, you have privilege because you are men. Before you say, well, women can disenfranchise men in other ways, there's different types of power dynamics, what about race, what about class? Well, then that's a different system of oppression, isn't it? If a rich woman, you know, has a power dynamic over a poor man, or a white woman has a power dynamic over a black man or man of color, then the power dynamic, the system of oppression, is addressing race, it's addressing class, not gender. So the point still stands that women do not have enough social or systemic power to disenfranchise men on the basis of gender. Now, some people can say, well, there's a power dynamic because, you know, she's the provider versus the client, whoop-de-woo. Not if they're not her clients. She's just choosing who she takes on as clients in the midst of dealing with misogynoir, misogyny, and sexism. And one would argue that the fact she has the right to choose levels the playing field a bit. She's already operating down here, being a woman in the field, being a black woman in the field, and having to give services to men, to white people, to other, I don't know her other identities, right? But already having to provide those services, the power dynamic exists. I can already hear the worms in your brain going, it's still prejudice. By definition, this is still prejudice. And maybe so. Okay. And is it prejudice based on bigotry or prejudice based on protection? Because you seem to be so focused on the fact that she said, hey, I'm not accepting these types of clients no more, instead of listening to the why. She's saying she's not accepting these clients because she's getting mistreated. Why are you focusing on that and not this?
I am no longer seeing male clients.
Imagine being a professional in a field being upset that a potential client asks you to vet your experience. Imagine someone trying to hire a baker for a lavish event and saying, hey, could you send me pictures of your work? Imagine being a hairstylist and someone saying, hey, you were referred to me, but do you mind sending me pictures of your work? Being a lawyer. Most lawyers work on referrals. This is the prime example of how harmful our sisters have become, especially those who exist in this mental health field. This is like the fourth one. And yet nowhere in any of this education did anyone teach them anything about business, acumen, or pedigree. What makes you think openly being discriminatory is a good business practice? And then you had the audacity to claim that asking you to vet your experience is harmful. This is sad. You are no longer seeing black male clients because they asked you to vet your experience. As if looking at the previous examples of black female therapists on TikTok and social media was not enough caution for them to do what they were doing. This is laughable at this point if it wasn't so disrespectful and born out of someone's own issues. Because you close out the statement by saying you've been harmed enough in your own life. Well, ma'am, why don't you seek therapy versus trying to administer therapy if your trauma seems to be what stops you from building your business? Nothing about vetting a professional's experience, education, or time is harmful. I suggest you grow up.
I am no longer seeing male clients.
And the men showing their asses today, calling her, leaving her threats, calling for her license, whatever else. You proved her right.
So let me get this straight. I say I don't want to work with males anymore in my private practice.
I always say, anybody who can't respect a no will never respect a yes. So last year you was mad at the sister for telling y'all that you needed to get there. This year y'all are mad at the sister for telling you that she's not going to give you the therapy that y'all said y'all didn't want in the first damn place. Is there a day that y'all wake up and say, you know, today, I don't think I'm going to be a walking contradiction? And the irony of this is, y'all don't even want what she has. You just want to ensure that you always have access to black women in whatever way you see fit. And when any boundary is set with y'all, it is immediately met with aggression and violence. Should we talk about the young sister that was on this app that said she was going to open up her dating pool and y'all went after her like she was fresh meat and y'all was a pack of wild hyenas? Or the sister last year that said that y'all should get therapy and you got her fired. And now this sister has received unaliving threats and some of the most disgusting messages that I personally have ever seen. Every day you prove why you need help so bad and why you don't deserve anybody's help. So let me say this on behalf of the Black Woman Collective. Get somebody else to do it.
Man, black man, come here. Come here. Come here, let me talk to you. Let me holler at y'all real quick. Now, from my observation, I've noticed that y'all are overly obsessed and concerned about your image and how the public views y'all as black men, right? So can any of y'all tell me how it's a good idea for the whole world to watch y'all on the world stage attack, threaten to unalive, lie on, smear, tear up this lady's business because she said that she no longer wants to work with males? She didn't even say black. Y'all the ones connected that dot, okay? She says she no longer wants to work with males because they activate her nervous system, which is a sign that a person feels unsafe. So she said she no longer wants to work with y'all because y'all are making her feel unsafe. And I'm not saying y'all as in black men. She said males. Can any of y'all make it make sense to me how you all proved what she said and validated her reasoning for no longer wanting to work with males on a world stage of social media? Because people are watching. Y'all always say, don't focus watching the alabaster people and what will these people think? And it's already bad because the world and society thinks that black men are a threat, and the world and society thinks that black men are dangerous. But then y'all bring y'all Fraggle Rock head asses online repeatedly. This has happened repeatedly, okay? And y'all come and get everybody's attention because y'all somewhere showing y'all damn ass, okay? And let this be for who the hell it applies to. If it does not apply to you, I don't even want to hear from you today. Not one of y'all. Not one of y'all decided to stop and say, wait a minute. We so concerned about our image and how we look. How is this going to make us look? It makes y'all look dangerous, violent, threatening, that y'all harass people who tell y'all no, that y'all can't handle damn rejection, and that y'all got a whole bunch of mental instability going on with y'all asses. Okay? A lot of these women content creators can say that they've been threatened within an inch of their life by brothers. I have for years. Done been doxxed, done been threatened. My family has been doxxed. My family has been harassed. My children have been doxxed. All of us have been threatened. They done tried to call my daddy job and get my daddy fired from his job. They done tried to find my mama, get my mama fired from her job. This was once they realized they couldn't get me fired from shit because I'm an entrepreneur. If we say something, y'all need to work on not proving us right. Duh.
Anymore in my private practice.
Every day, bro. Every day, y'all show me that y'all care more about y'all own demise than y'all care about women's safety. If you can ask me how you can learn how to dominate women, then I can tell you that dominating women starts with dominating your damn self. This woman says that she no longer wants to work with men because they activate her central nervous system. That woman has every right to do so as a clinician, bro. Like, what? Not only that, y'all complain so much about black women not wanting to do work with y'all, how come y'all don't go do it? Now, like that ass, these black women went to school to do the same thing that they doing right now. How come you don't go to school to go help your homies out? You care so much about somebody else not doing their job. How come you don't go do it for them? You find every excuse to continue to be No, bro, I'm not calling you zesty, sassy, or none of that. This is behavior, because then y'all turn around and y'all say we protect black women, we do this and we do that. So then why the shit like this keep happening, bro? Y'all don't give a about nobody, G, because the last person this happened to, she had a whole reaction to it, and then y'all will turn around and say, oh, well, she deserve, like, bro. And folks, like I said last time, I will argue, because ain't no other explanation for black men to be jumping down black women's throats like this, because they are verbalizing their fear of what is going on in these offices, because it has happened, and y'all complain and try to get them fired unless y'all some big. Do you know how often female mental health practitioners are assaulted each year? In some facilities, it don't even have to be in private. It can be dead ass on the floor, in the milieu. Do you know what they tell these women? They should just expect it because it's part of the job. Nah, nigga, we need to do more comprehensive interventions around why the fuck you think that shit is appropriate. Y'all some bitches.
So at this point, I'm going to be reading some of the tweets that were made in response to what she had to say, because, I mean, we have to check what's going on Twitter too, right? So this one says, the streets is saying black female therapists are the new black hairstylists. Come with your trauma, pre-healed, and coping mechanisms in effect. Sarcasm. Okay, so this one says, black men were indeed hurt by the black female therapist that she said she no longer wanted to service males because her experiences have been damaging to her mental health. There are more options for mental health providers than that lone therapist. It's okay to get help. I think I agree with this person. If she says she can't do it, there's going to be someone else that can do it, right? Then this lady tweeted, finding a black female therapist is already difficult. Finding a good one is rare. I'm so glad mine doesn't get up on Twitter and start bullshit. This is wild. Then responses to that was, sad, only the black female therapist posting stuff on social media. Another one said, she didn't say she didn't want to work with black people. She said men. And then the men proved exactly why she doesn't. I find it odd that you're against black therapists who specialize in treating black women. Someone says, reaching out to a therapist like you're choosing a fighting opponent is wild. LOL. Some N-word need help that hasn't even been invented yet. SMH. Shaking my head. So one says, keep exercising your right to choose who you do business with. It doesn't make sense to deal with people who don't recognize your worth. Keep doing you, sis. I think this tweet is from someone who is also in the same profession as her. This person says, I'm convinced most people didn't read the full tweet and only read the first sentence. Just because we are in the helping profession doesn't mean we have to help everyone. We can set limits for our own mental health, and you've recognized male clients are not for you. Now, to talk about what I think, I'm not a therapist. I've never been to therapy. I really don't know how it works, you know, for you to book a consultation and stuff like that. I don't know how that works, but I'm a makeup artist. So I provide services to clients. My clients are women. Not all clients are dramatic. Not all clients are difficult, but some clients are very difficult to please. And I've been doing makeup for several years, and I'm going to tell you that I've gotten to the point in my career where I have learned that it is not every client that I can service. It is not every booking that I'm going to take, because there are some people that make your job very difficult, and you have a right to turn them down, because in the long run, even though they want to pay you, you find out that you end up getting so hurt and so negatively affected by such a client that at the end it seems like the money wasn't even worth it. I've had a client that made me cry because she was so difficult. She was raining curses on me. She followed me down from my house to the streets yelling at me. Yes, her whole family just let her be because she's always like that. Now, do you think when I see signs of people that could be like that in future that I'm going to take such clients? No, I feel like every service provider, including the therapist, have a right to select the clients that they feel they work best with. And from a lot of the things some other people said, I might be putting some responses on the screen and stuff like that. So from a lot of things some other people in her line of work said, it's not very rare. Like, a lot of them were actually talking about how they've had issues with male clients as well. So there's nothing wrong in deciding to protect yourself. But I think the issue here is, why did she get online and say it? I think that's where the issue is. Because for me, when I decided that I was not going to be taking some certain kind of clients, I didn't go and announce it, because as a professional, it might be taken a certain kind of way, like that you're going to, in quotes, bash your client or your prospective client, people that have been your client in the past. You saying this is probably, creating an impression that your previous clients that are males have done something negative. They activate her nervous system. That's what she said, and stuff like that. So it kind of tells in a way that makes it look like there's no confidentiality, or you're bashing them, or basically I don't know if it's a good look. You guys let me know in the comment section. I would not do it, but I think maybe if she had done it maybe in a different way, maybe it was the tone in which she used, which I don't think she used anything particularly insulting. But if she had come out and made maybe a formal statement like, I will no longer be accepting male clients, I'm going to stick to female, I work better with them, please respect my, I don't know how, I don't know. But I feel like maybe if she had put it in a different way, without talking about the things the men do to trigger her, maybe it wouldn't have gotten this amount of backlash. You guys let me know. Maybe it was her presentation, or maybe it was the fact that she even came online to talk about it in the first place. But if it's about her choosing her clientele, I don't fault her for that. She has a right to choose the people that she wants to work with. But the funny thing is, now she said men. She did not say black men. So why did black men take it so personally? I think they probably did that because they feel for her to be a black female therapist, maybe she owes it to them, or they feel like because she's a black female therapist, she's speaking to black men, because those are more likely the set of men that were going to patronize her in the first place, right? But the way they went to the extent of sending her threats, threatening to unalive her, like, I'm still in shock over how people take things so deeply that they send threats to unalive people over things like this. I don't understand it. It does not make sense to me. Like, we need to do better. It's shameful. And them doing all of that kind of proves her point. Like, y'all are dangerous in the first place. That is exactly why she says she doesn't want to deal with you guys. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section about the whole situation. Did you hear about this? Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on notifications. That way YouTube will let you guys know whenever I have a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.